What's up, guys? Excessive here with another Dishonored video. This is about halfway through the game, I think, so real quick I'm going to show you where I'm at as far as leveling up with the runes and as far as upgrades you can buy. So as you can see, I've got dark vision, blink, and agility all maxed out. And I'm upgrading my possession right here so I can possess people, which is going to be really useful in the next mission because you're going to be going to this ball and you're going to be walking amongst people and not actually sneaking around. So there's this one really crucial part that you need level 2 possession for, so try to make sure you have that. I mean, you can do it without it, but it just makes the whole mission a lot easier. Or at least the most crucial part. Alright, so now we're going to talk to Piero and buy an upgrade.
Normally, I'm a natural philosopher, but today, consider me a humble craftsman here to serve.
You're always my craftsman. I'm the only philosopher here. Boom. Okay, anyway, I'm going to buy boot stealth. 1 and 2, because it just makes traversal a lot faster. So the interesting part about where I'm at with all these upgrades is I've basically finished the whole stealth side of everything, besides maybe stopping time instead of reversing time, but that's debatable. But I've got my boot stealth and I've got zooming in, so basically all that's left is combat oriented things. So I think what I'm gonna do is, as I start to collect those certain combat oriented upgrades, I'm gonna start testing them out a little bit more. I'm not gonna go crazy killing people, but I'll test some certain things out here and there and see where I can walk the line between getting that good ending and still doing away with a few people. I might just look it up actually to see what my quota would be as far as deaths before I start getting that high chaos. But anyway, as you just saw there, I just upgraded my crossbow accuracy. It's just gonna be throwing points everywhere at this point. Or money at least. My next upgrade is going to be slow time, but I don't get enough runes in this next mission to even do that. But you do collect a lot of money on this mission. You go into this rich person's house basically, and there's a lot of easy loot to grab in there.
Good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours lets you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality. Better you than me.
This mission is the first time we see the tall boys walking around. And for the most part they're pretty easy to avoid, but their line of sight does seem to be a bit longer. Plus they'll shine their light on you too, so hiding in shadows is less of an option with them. But there's only one on this level. It's pretty easy to avoid. Seems pretty barren right now. So what we're going to need to be doing is getting up into some of these buildings across from where you're trying to go first, just because there's a couple runes out this way, a couple bone charms. I kind of do this in a, maybe it's normal, but it seems kind of unorthodox to me, just because like there must have been a better way for me to do this. But essentially I just try to time it just right so that I go across the way. If you don't do it fast enough, they'll start patrolling the area and they'll see you, so make sure you maybe do a save right before it, or just be confident. They probably would have seen me if I had to stay there for just a second or two longer. Anyway, as you can see, there's some walkers, or I mean weepers. Sorry, Walking Dead. There's some weepers in this building over here. So essentially I have to wait a pretty long time for this guy just because he's standing there pretty much staring straight out the door. So what I end up doing is teleporting behind him.
That's nice.
Which worked out pretty good actually. I think right when you walk into this building it triggers those two to come down. I don't know if you wait too long you just kind of get screwed in that or what, but it always seemed to me the couple times I did it that it triggered it. So she's gonna walk out here and you're gonna choke her out too. Or stab her in her neck, or however you like to do things at this point. I'm not gonna kill people until I get that shadow corpse or whatever. That's when it'll actually be worth it to kill him. Alright, so this girl right here is basically just gonna be staring out, and she'll spot you if you hang around too long, so what you can do is just peek out. I should have leaned right here, but just peek out and shoot her. You don't have to worry about her anymore. Now we get to talk to this douchebag.
Going to a party, Corvo? Is that what you dreamed of? All those months in Coldridge Prison while waiting for the execution?
I don't know, man. This guy just doesn't have very demigod-like qualities.
I can see all her tomorrows, and I know that either she dies
God, blah, blah, blah.
After month, year after year, far away. Even as her fine clothes.
Yeah, he just kind of looks like a strung-out heroin addict or something like that.
You tear it all to pieces. Either way, it's Lady Boyle's.
Yeah. Okay, so there's one more rune on the outside right here, and it's pretty easy to get to, but once you're there, it's kind of a hassle, because you basically have to jump into the end of the river and then navigate your way out of there and it's a little difficult just because you don't know where those guys are walking. Sometimes the tall boys will walk up on you pretty fast. Anyway, where are we going here?
Nice.
Alright, yeah, we're going outside. Yeah, that house across the way over there that's got the balloons and the fireworks.
Nice.
That's where we'll end up, but I gotta admit, I'm greedy in this level. I see that loot in there and I want to go for it. So yeah, it's not too hard, just navigate your way around. It's important to have that level 2 blink. As long as you stay high, you'll be good.
And they thought she was a witch. You should have seen it. Ran right through the rose bushes and tackled her. Dragged her back to that abbey.
Zap on over here. Get to that balcony. Just zap across. Yeah, and there's a pretty okay amount of loot in here too. Alright, so now that I'm done with that, yeah, there's a tall boy down there. He's just keeping guard or something. Anyway, now that I'm done with that, you should be able to zap across over here again, because we're gonna go for a little swim. Yeah, you can see it even without your dark vision or whatever. right here. Oh. Yep, so just one more rune in this level and it's inside the mansion with the party. And while you can't blink up to the main bridge right here, you can blink to this smaller bridge right here. I think. Can you? No? Oh wait, yeah, my bad. Can't do that. Yeah, and I could hear that tall boy walking around too. Alright, now here we go. Don't really have anything left to do besides get into the main mansion, so. I'm able to do something pretty cool right here. Barely make it to the top of that pole and you can zap right on across. Gotta have that double jump as well as the level 2 blink. And this guy turns around, so I basically just take advantage and put him to sleep. That was a close call too. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. In this level I actually am able to get Ghost. No one that mattered saw me, but somehow I killed someone. I don't even know how I did that. Yeah, so don't even bother trying to go past this group of weepers. Yeah, I was ready to shoot him if he turned this way too, but nope, he just goes upstairs a little bit, and that's what you need to do, except don't go through that room. Yeah, I don't know if it's necessary to hide this body, but I do. Little OCD like that. Oh yeah, god damn it. These rats right here. Take a few swings, do what you need to do. Could have just possessed one, I guess. But yeah, if you go up to the side right here on the left side, you can blink up pretty easily. Blink on up. And yeah, I think that zombie, yeah, is walking up here. But there's a little bit of loot in here, so let's see what I can do. You might as well just eat every piece of food you can too. That's what I found myself doing. That's right. There's not even actually anything all that good in there. There's a few pieces, but I guess I don't go back for them. Oh, and I missed that change on the table too. Oh well. Just a few pieces. Looting that fucking house totally makes up for it. But anyway, what we're doing here is trying to get that chain. Yeah, look up here. Oops, get that. And then, yeah, get up to this chain right there. Oh, wait, yeah, duh. I kind of do a roundabout way. I actually was supposed to go into that room earlier. But, no biggie. Just zap on back over there. Basically, the more parallel to the ground you aim your blink, the farther it'll reach. Doesn't go too high. But anyway, get lucky right here. He doesn't turn around. Just choke him out. Leave him be. Get that rune. And those are... There's only 2 bone charms. This is actually a pretty short level. Alright, so after looting most of this apartment, we're free to actually go on. So again, we'll blink on up into this room. Check my heart thingy to make sure there's no more runes or bone charms. And also check my powers real quick, I guess. So now we're blinking into here again, and we're gonna end up going up that chain again. And from there we'll be inside the party. Chain climbing is just so smooth in this game too. As long as you're facing the right way at least. So anyway, you could go over to that balcony across the way, but if you do things in order, it seems to be a little bit easier, and the first order of business is to take care of your optional side mission, which is to have a duel. And if you have slow time, then of course it's gonna be a lot easier. But he seems to be pretty slow anyway, so you don't have to worry too much about that. This mask level is just super cool. The mask looks awesome. All of them do.
What's he got to say to me?
It's hilarious how everyone's able to like smoke through their masks
Pendleton is
too.
a gutless, lying sack of shit. I hope he's paying you well for this.
Alright, so basically what's going to happen here is you're going to go up and pick up your gun, then stat in the specified position, and it's going to count to 3, and pretty much right when he says 3, I'm just going to hit the slow time. And make sure you've got enough mana for it by drinking a elixir. Hopefully you save some up. But anyway, slow time, turn around, pop them off. Not too hard.
Impossible.
Better believe it, bitch. Yeah. But after this, these guys just
What do we do now?
act like it's no big deal and go get drunk.
The Estermonts pay top coin. No use trying.
Nah, we're gonna go inside
See if
too.
we can find a little brandy that the Boyles.
Yeah,
make
this
the
game
best.
could have been a lot more if they would have just thrown in more RPG elements, but maybe I'm just biased in my love for RPG elements. For example, they could have done a lot more with maybe a Mass Effect or any conversation system at all, really. It's almost always just yes or no, and I'm willing to bet that this level, talking to people and gathering clues, is the most they ever go into that. So hopefully this game does well and they can make a second one.
We tried to repeat upstairs and the man on duty is an ass.
Maybe expand on the powers at least you get. It'd be pretty interesting to see what they come up with.
Of course I don't mean you, but people are desperate.
Definitely one of the most fluid.
Nonsense. Waverly just hires officers from the watch to impress people.
Their obsession with the Boyle women.
stealth games ever, and that's why this level kind of stands out, that they could have done more conversation stuff, because
I was thinking of sneaking upstairs to look for clues. Oh, but that would cheat.
there's a good section here where there's no skill involved whatsoever. No real thinking either. Because basically you just do what the markers tell you. Unless you want to do it non-lethally, which is what I'm going to do again, and you just have to talk to this goat guy. This guy with a goat mask. You just wander around and you'll run into him eventually. I guess that's actually more like a crazy rabbit mask or something. Anyway, it sucks.
I'm a friend of Kendall, say this. Your target is a woman I love. I swear that if you'll bring her to me unharmed, you will never hear of her again. There's a cellar directly below the kitchen. I'll wait for you there. I'm not proud of this, but surely it's better than seeing her killed. Her name is Esma. I won't harm her. I swear. Better than seeing her killed.
So basically, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna kidnap this girl instead of kill her,
Welcome to the Boyle.
and
Hear about Mrs. Brimsley?
put her in this boat, and they can sail off happily ever after, like Little Mermaid. Maybe that situation might be a little bit more like Beauty and the Beast, but I don't know if you've seen the same videos I have. Anyway, I'm gonna pop up here now. Oh wait, actually, there's a problem with that.
No weapons in
You'll
the party.
see.
Put it away,
I actually
sir.
get pretty butt fucked right here. Hold on. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to be a little bit sneakier than that. So what we're gonna end up doing right here is utilizing our possession ability and use the vents to get upstairs, where we need to look for clues to see who is actually Emma, or whatever her name is. Now we get to dig in deep to some pretty significant loot. Like over in this chest, for example, is a whole bunch of pearls. Bam, 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 bam. And there's 2 paintings in this household. And those are some of the most valuable pieces of loot there are. So I'm going to speed it up for a little while right here, just because it's simply a matter of going from room to room while avoiding their line of sight. You'll be able to see what I do right here and everything, but it's just a general strategy. I don't have their routes on lockdown according to time signatures or anything like that, which is what I like about this game. They actually do different things when you load it up again too, I've noticed, so sometimes, not always. But anyway, yeah, you can see I have a couple close calls, but yeah, and in here, make sure you grab that painting. There's 2 paintings in this house. Basically, in this bathroom right here is where you'll get the clue needed to point out where Esma is. Not Emma, Esma. But yeah, after you grab that, it'll mark it on your map for you. But just continue looting everything before you go down there. Recharge my mana real quick. But yeah, it's kind of hard if you don't want to take anyone out to sneak without getting caught, but you can manage it pretty well, I think.
Someone's supposed to be on duty over here.
There's this other painting right here. It's 300. Yeah, that guy looks right in here. Good thing he didn't see me. Yeah, I say it right here just because I get a little nervous, but it's all good. So basically, Esma's kind of a slut, and what you're gonna do is try to get her to go upstairs with you. And I'll just tell you right now, you don't want her to go upstairs. What you're gonna do is possess her and make her walk downstairs, just out of sight. And it's a little difficult to do, depending on what part of the routes the maids are in and stuff like that. But basically, you're gonna possess her right when you get to this stairwell, and instead of going upstairs, you go downstairs, and just try to walk out of sight as fast as you can, and you'll see where you have to go too.
In the flesh. Now, do you know what my sisters are wearing? Silly, she's wearing black tonight. Oh my word, I wasn't supposed to say, was I? Lydia and Waverly will be so furious. This is exactly what they said would happen.
Yeah, so I sped this section up a little bit, just because you're just going to talk her into going to the bedroom, which is not hard. Or it could be hard, but you don't get that far, if you know what I mean. Anyway, oh yeah, that she says something pretty funny when you loot the place. She's like, I take stuff all the time, they won't notice. Anyway, so you're just gonna follow her into the stairwell, and when no one's in view, possess her.
You know, I have a dirty little secret.
Blam. Possession. So yeah, you can't run in here, you can't attack, so just walk as fast as you can. Hug those corners. And I think you can... there might be another maid down here.
What happened?
But if you move quickly, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, she was right there. There's a maid right there. Yeah, you gotta be partially lucky. I got lucky on this run through. But anyway, down here is where you need to drop her off, and it's also where a rune is.
Where is she? Hurry and bring her to me.
For some reason, I thought that it would trigger the end of the game, so I just take her in here with me while I loot this place. And here's that last rune in the level. And there's lots of... this is the biggest loot stash I've seen. Accidentally throw her down, but she's all good. And yeah, so now take her into the boat, and then all that'll be left is getting back to Samuel's boat.
You found her! Quickly, let's get her on board. At last. Oh, my love. Someday you will understand. You'll never know how happy you've made me. Someday she'll learn to appreciate me. After all, she'll have her whole life.
The best wingman that guy's ever gonna get. That was a joke, by the way. Just in case you can't tell because of my lack of inflection. Or if you're a humorless social justice nutcase. Anyway. Bit more looting, eating food. They know nothing.
You, sir, with the hand tattoo.
Put those weapons away.
Get some drink before I leave, you know.
The Lord Regent. Excuse me.
Nice. Alright, here we go. Now, there's probably a lot of ways to get out of here, like going to the right, for example, through that tunnel. But for some reason, I choose the most difficult way possible to get out of here. As you'll see. Blast up here, and then I kinda go to the street light. And there's a little something surprising during the escape right here. As you can see, that Tallboy looks into the water right there, so they will see you. And then I got the idea that, hey, I got possession. There's fish in them there waters. So basically what I do is just zap on down to where neither of them are looking and get ready to possess a fish. And what's going on right here is they're closing that gate. So I try to swim through there before it completely closes. And I don't know what happens if you can't make it in time, but hopefully it'll be game over, because I did this the first time. And there's Sam, good old Sammy boy, Boatman Sam. And there's that level.
But we'd best be on our way.
If you noticed, I decided to not put music on this one because it's kind of a hassle to put those links in and everything. Lazy, I know, but hopefully you liked hearing more of the game sounds this time. If anyone has any feedback on that, just let me know. I don't know if people like the soundtrack in the background or not. But if you see right there, I got pretty much all the collectibles besides all the gold, of course. And yeah, I killed someone, I guess, but I did ghost, no one saw me, so. Anyway, that was probably the best level yet. Stay tuned and you'll see the next mission coming up.